And welcome all my scholars, all my learners, all my students, all my parents of students, and everybody that's preparing for the November final exam, and my neurodiverse community with our brains that thinks otherwise and make it work. Right, you are on schoolwork all-in-one fun with Mrs. Bella Jansen, and you are watching the Afrikaans First Additional Language series, and my next poem, grade 11's Die Tarentaal. Now, okay. Now remember, we first need to get a background of the poem. Now, when we do literature, we need to get backgrounds first. Because if we understand backgrounds, it's like everything just links into place. Okay. Now the Tarentaal is all about loss and the hope not to be alone. And we can see it with the title and the thema. No one wants to be alone. No one wants to die alone. So we've got this bird, the Tarentaal. Okay. And he sits in this tree. Alright? And he's getting quite scared because it's now busy getting dark and he doesn't have a friend. And he must now sleep alone or face this dark alone now. And he's hoping for a friend to come, nee? Nog 'n Tarentaal om te kom, so that he doesn't need to be alone. And then a friend arrives. Another Tarentaal arrives. And then at the end, there comes a hunter and shoots the Tarentaal and he's alone again. So my titel en my thema van Tarentaal is niemand wil alleen wees nie. Almal soek 'n maat. Nobody wants to be alone. Everybody looks for a friend. Okay. Now what's important in this poem is we have 4 strophes. Né? We've got 4 stanzas. Alright. Now each of my stanzas consists out of 4 lines. Right. And believe it or not, this has a name. So when I have a stanza that consists out of 4 lines each, I call that stanza a quatrain. So how am I going to remember that? A quarter is mos 4, né? Right? Kwart. So a quarter, kwart. So a stanza with 4 lines is a quatrain. Okay. And now, volgende important thing, second important thing. I've got different time zones in which this poem is written. Alright, luister nou baie mooi. Die eerste 2 strofes, strofe 1 en strofe 2, is written in the present tense. Now the present tense is die teenwoordige tyd. And that means what the Tarentaal is currently doing. Now, currently in stanza 1 and 2, the Tarentaal is sitting in his tree. He's watching, the sun goes down, getting dark. He shouts for a partner. You know mos how a bird calls out for a friend, Quack, quack, quack. Alright? And is hoping that a friend will come. Okay. Stanza 3 is written in the future tense. Alright. So now, he hopes for a friend. He calls out for a friend and he hopes for a friend. And he's got hope that this friend will come, that he doesn't need to sleep alone. And lo and behold, the friend comes. And in stanza 4 is written in both the present tense and the past tense. Meaning, what happened to the Tarantaal? His friend got shot, alright? Physically what happened? And in the past tense, the poor bird flew away and there was nothing left. So this is important what we need to know about the Tarantaal. Title and theme. Ons wil nie alleen wees nie. Niemand wil alleen wees nie. Alright, ons almal soek 'n maatjie. A stanza that consists out of 4 lines is called a quatrain. And in die Tarantaal, strofe 1 en 2 is in the present tense, die teenwoordige tyd. Die Tarantaal wens vir 'n maatjie. Strofe 3 is in die toekomende tyd, the future tense, where he hopes that his calls that he gives might attract. And then, stanza 4, yes, present tense, a friend comes, but then he got shot, and then he flew away. And the poor Tarantaal is alone again. Okay, now let's check some important words in our lines. Alright, now if we take a look at stanza 1, strofe 1, sê dit vir ons. Die kruiwawiel se skreeugeluid. Die kruiwawiel se skreeugeluid. The sound that the wheelbarrow, a kruiwa se wheelbarrow. Right. Now this is an example of onomatopoeia, sound imitation. In Afrikaans, I call it klanknabootsing. So the sound that this Tarantaal is making, quack, 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 sounds like the, an old rusty wheelbarrow, if I push it, it almost sounds like that. So if I use an object to imitate sounds, then in Afrikaans I call it klanknabootsing. It imitates the sound. Kerm hy droefgeestig voort. Now as jy kerm, if you kerm, it means you're moaning. So the tone of this poem is sad, So this Tarantaal is in distress. He moans, want hy is droefgeestig. Now, droefgeestig is just a word for sad. Alright. So stanza 1 sê, die kruiwa se skreeugeluid kerm hy droefgeestig uit, terwyl die skeemring vinnig daal. Now, skeemring, if we look at the word skeemring, it means skemer, and that means dusk, sunset. Alright. Vinnig daal, go down fast. So the sun is going down fast. And which word tells us that? Die skeemring, vinnig en daal. En hier sit die Tarantaal. Nou, stanza 2, strofe 2 sê, hy soek. So what do we know from the thema? Hy soek 'n maat. He's looking for a friend, En dit raak laat. It gets late, alright? So mean, it's getting dark. Dit word donker. En hierdie Tarantaal wil nie in die donker alleen wees nie. Maar daar's nog nie 'n maatjie nie. There's no friend. Okay, now if we take a look at the word ook, laat, soek. There is a lot of examples of assonance. Now, assonance is where vowels repeat. But here's something important that you need to know. Stylfigure. Style figures, stylfigure. You're gonna see that question in your paper. Now remember we said beeldspraak can only be one of three things. Metafoor, personifikasie of 'n vergelyking, nee. Nou stylfigure are all the rest. Assonansie, assonance, alliterasie, alliteration, repetition, herhaling, klanknabootsing. So we can link it in our brain by saying beeldspraak is those three and stylfigure is all the rest. Assonance, when the vowels repeat, the O's and the E's and the A's and the I's. Alliteration, alliterasie, when the rest of the consonants repeat. Okay. En nou sê dit vir ons. Hy soek na 'n kameraad. Now, 'n kameraad in Afrikaans. And this is easy to remember. Nee, 'n comrade. Yes. 'n kameraad is nothing but a maat. 'n vriend. So hy soek vir 'n vriend om in die boom die eensaamheid en nag te sluit. Now remember I told you earlier, he doesn't want to sleep alone in the tree. Nee, and alone, eensaam. So as ons nou kyk, wat beteken kameraad? Dit beteken 'n maatjie. En wat in Afrikaans beteken lonely? Dit is eensaam. And it all links back to my theme that no one wants to be alone. Alright, so can you see, stanza 1 and 2. Teenwoordige tyd, present tense. What is happening currently, nee? Die tarantaal sit in die boom. Hy skree vir 'n maatjie. Kwak, 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 kwak. Nee, want dit word donker, it gets dark. En hy wil nie eensaam en alleen slaap nie. Alright. So, nou dink hy in sy kop. Hy dink nou in sy kop. Goed, stanza 3. I hope someone will hear my call. I hope a fellow tarantaal will come. Nee, nou strofe 3 sê, saam sal hul in die blinkblaarboom. Can you hear the repetition of the B's? Nee? And that is alliteration, a blinkblaarboom. Now, what is the function of alliteration? This is a question that they like to ask us. Alright, so at first we know alliteration is when the consonants repeat. Maar wat is die funksie? The function of alliteration. Why will a poet use alliteration? Nee, for the sake of ritme, rhyme, and binding. Okay. Alliteration is a poetic, artistry that gives a poem a certain rhythm. Blink, blaar, boom. And it also binds poems together. Nou die tarantaal sit in die blink, blaar, boom. Half waak, half slaap, half droom. So hy so in between. Hy's in between dozy, in between hoping and dreaming someone will come, nee, and protect each other, right in between awake and alert, nee. En by die nadering van die verderf, alleen nie sterf. And sterf, we can say, links to our theme, because that means to die. Sterf beteken om dood te gaan. Alright, and then, a fellow tarantaal comes. Nou is almal bly, maar nou daar 'n maaitie gekom, nee. Ek het gemik, en met die knal, last stanza, nou hear the case, ek het gemik, nee, geëim, en met die knal, nou, klank na bootsing, and that imitates the sound of the gun. Nou, so ek het gemik en met die knaal het een dood neergeval. So, yeah, there was a friend, and the friend got shot. Now, and what is the klank na bootsing for the gun? Knal. There goes the tarantaal. Nou, die ander vlieg met willekrag weg in die nag. And then the one that was left, flew away alone again. So in tarantaal, the most important things that we need to remember is I use a lot of styl figure. En styl figure is alliterasie, assonansie, herhaling, klank nabootsing, sound imitation. Alright. We've got 4 quatryne. A quatrain, a line that consists of a stanza that consists out of 4 verse reels each. Line 1 of stanza 1 and 2. Present tense. The tarantaal is scared. He's looking for a friend because he sees the sun skemering, setting fast. It's getting dark and he doesn't want to sleep alone, nee? And he hopes to get a friend. And then a friend comes. Nou, en nou, klank na bootsing. Ek mik, ek knal, dan skiet. Die tarantaal word geskiet, nee? En dan is hy dood, sy maatjie, sy maat, sy kameraad is dood, en hy is weer alleen, en dan vlieg hy weg. Now the last thing that I want to teach you, you will see this word, and you will have no idea. Halfrym. Now, halfrym is just a fancy word for alliterasie and assonansie. So I can ask you alliteration, or I can ask you assonance, or I can ask you halfrym. It's all the same. Nee. So a halfrym is just a fancy word for alliterasie. And that's the basics of tarantaal. As easy as that. Klank nabootsing, present tense teenwoordige tyd, future tense toekomende tyd, present and past tense when the tarantaal got shot, halfrym, alliterasie en assonansie, klank nabootsing, nee? Alright? And no one wants to be alone. Everybody wants to have a friend. En dis so maklik soos tarantaal is. Hit me with a thumbs up. Question your comments if you have. And if I see you again, be good, be safe, be wise.